Do you believe in ghosts, Connor?
No, not at all.
Do you believe in ghost wolves?
You seem like someone superstitious. Obviously.
No, I don't give a fuck. I have no superstitions. If ghosts exist, we would have some form of 1/10 of some proof.
Well, we went in a haunted tunnel and people say they could hear a voice and there was like a weird
because
silhouette.
people are fucking stupid. Of course they fucking want to hear. They hear what they want to hear.
And there's a silhouette of Joey on the wall in the tunnel.
Yeah.
That was kind of creepy.
That was creepy.
Do we really think, right? Yeah, silhouette can be done by anything, though. Everything is explainable. I think people just want there to be something more because they take comfort in knowing that, you know, there's something just easily explains why they're dumb. If I don't know something, I'm just dumb. I don't know what it is. It's definitely not a ghost. Do you think this mystical flying fuck, I would have no idea what it is? Why would I know?
Mystical flying fuck?
Yeah, some shadow or ghost. I don't know. Do you believe in ghosts, Chris?
It's an MFF.
Do you believe in a ghost?
Good Lord, no.
Did you see the whole... Oh, you tweeted about this. I swear, the UFO stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the NASA UFO stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of
They were just
interesting.
like,
I think it's super fucking cool.
Yeah, there's something there we're so technologically advanced we can't get it.
I love how I love how we just accepted that there's just UFOs now, some nonsense. Like they just took
some nonsense.
The CIA was like, yeah, so by the way, UFOs do exist. Don't panic, but we just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally a definition of a UFO.
And no one's why is nobody
UFO stands for unidentified flying object.
And they couldn't identify it. Therefore, by definition, it is literally a UFO.
For like what, 80 years, we were like, it's a bunch of nonsense. Just a bunch of hearsay, you know, because it would be like 1p or something, you know. We wouldn't have...
Are you talking about UFOs or are you talking about aliens? Because there's plenty of UFOs in the history of Earth that have just
UFOs
existed.
that do like weird shit, I guess. I don't know.
That's most UFOs.
Yeah.
No, but we don't really have anything that like before that was confirmed to be like actually like UFO.
Well, how do you know though?
Well, we didn't know until CIA told us that now there is apparently.
Well, in the report it says that there's these vehicles that move with
Yeah.
no
But NASA,
physical
I think in that
propulsion.
report, NASA was saying that like, yeah, we've known about this for like the past 50 years.
The thing is, if you
Yeah, but
high up
they
in
kept
the-
it a secret.
Yeah, they kept it a secret because they didn't want. Because they
It's
didn't.
just weird that they're suddenly like. By the way, when we all made you look fucking
well,
crazy.
they're kind of saying like soft disclosure, like
Yeah,
very
I
gradually
feel
roll
like
out.
it was
It's just weird that nobody spoke about it. Nobody was like, "Oh, well, that's weird." Yeah, okay.
I mean, what's
Well, because
how,
we're so
how-
limited on the information.
Yeah, how are we supposed to react to it? Because like it's not the first time you've probably seen some weird fucking footage
Yeah,
of
but it
some
always
kind
looks
of
so
USO.
fake. It always looks so fake.
I mean,
I guarantee majority of it is fake.
yeah, 100%. All of
yeah,
it's fake.
I mean, I would think the majority of it is fake as well, but I'm sure like there are some that are on the same level as that CIA footage that just were real and no one can explain them. Hence the term UFO, right?
Yeah, but it's normally synonymous with aliens though and stuff like that, right? So that's what it normally tend to would be in the same kind of. If someone was like, "I'm into UFOs," you're like, "Stay the fuck away." You know that fucking. That's
that's part of the problem, right? The stigma around it.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
because people who believe that shit normally like.
Well, same thing with ghosts, right?
Yeah,
Like
I don't
people-
believe. I'm sure there's aliens out there on some planet. If we manage to survive and do the weird shit that we're doing on Earth, I'm sure.
I mean,
I'm
look,
sure
like
some
I believe in like
civilization-
aliens and stuff, but I don't believe in those like fucking there's a UFOs crash landed and onto Earth and they, you know,
yeah,
aliens
that's
came in
nonsense.
contact with a
Roswell,
farmer.
Do you believe in
Roswell,
yeah.
ghosts, Sherry?
I do, yeah,
Why?
because I've had like paranormal experiences myself.
Like what?
So one of the scariest ones I had was in Sydney. There's this place in Manly called the Quarantine Centre, and
Yeah.
it was during World War One, I think, was the place where like all the soldiers used to stop by from overseas to get quarantined in case they had like illnesses and sickness and stuff like that. So a lot of people died at this place naturally, right? And they have like these like nighttime tours for this place that you can go and like you can go to like the hospitals and like all it's very creepy stuff, right? So I went with my sister once for her birthday, I think it was. And my sister has like this weird, I guess you'd call it sixth sense, if you will. You know, take that how you will, right? Take that how you will.
Bruce
but
Willis is quivering in jealousy.
yeah, take that how you will. But like she has like that, whatever that is. And there was this one moment where she was inside. We were inside the hospital, and I don't have anything like that. I don't pretend to feel like I feel a ghost present or anything like that. I just find it fascinating. But then we went into this like particular like I think it was like a nurse room, and my sister just stopped and just immediately started breaking down crying, and I was like, "What's wrong?" Like, well, it's just a dark room. Like you've been through this entire hospital, and it's this room where she just suddenly breaks down. She's like, I can't move past this point, and she just couldn't explain it. There was just she just felt something in this one particular room, and then later we found out that was the place where they would euthanize all of the soldiers that couldn't survive whatever illness it was. So like that's where like all of the soldiers like basically died. And I was like, okay, look, like, you can believe in, like, Sixth Sense and all that kind of shit all you want, but you have to admit, that's pretty fucking terrifying. Especially when you're there in person.
I mean,
right?
because again, I don't really believe in any of that. I would just be like, that's just coincidence. Like,
Well, I used to work at a haunted castle, and my colleagues always said they saw ghosts.
no, they fucking
But
did.
they'll be like, like someone opened a window, I'll be like, it's a ghostly presence. But no, it's a window.
I find that, because we're human,
It's just
right?
a draft, isn't it?
When we expect something to be there, our mind is the biggest fucking joke that's ever been played. Like our mind tricks us in so many ways. Like,
No, of course. Like, I'm sure there's moments where it's like, you just psych yourself out, right? And you just think you've seen something because you're already in that mindset.
Yeah.
But there are some instances where I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of creepy. Like, I don't know if it's a ghost. I don't know if it's Sixth Sense, but it's something.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is something there. There are too many things I feel that can't be explained, like the UFO, for example.
You don't go through an entire hospital and then immediately start breaking down in a rage.
I might if I went to a hospital known for trauma.
You could do that if your headspace is there, right?
She might have seen so much.
But she was fine throughout the entire hospital, except for this one room.
Well, it might have been building up, but
maybe.
I can't
imagine. It's like when people give people don't. The mind is a really fucking weird thing that we don't understand. Like people give witness testimony at like trials and stuff, and they 100% swear they saw stuff that they didn't see.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. I find that we like to be able to easily explain everything, even when we have no explanations. Like we don't have an explanation. We're like, oh, it's ghost or some shit. I'm like, well, that's just another way for you to cope because you want an explanation. But maybe you just don't know. Maybe we don't have the capacity to know what that noise.
But I find it fascinating that we don't know.
Yeah.
Right, and that there is a mystery behind it, and that no one has really figured out. Is it just in your head, or is there something there?
We're pretty fucking stupid people in general.
Don't know about that, mate.
Yeah, speak
Humans
for yourself,
are pretty stupid,
Speak
right?
for yourself, Connor.
Humans are very flawed, right?
Yeah.
And I think
Speak
it's
for
also
yourself,
very
Connor.
flawed. Fuck off, Chris. He climbed Mount Fuji in a t-shirt and shorts.
And I came back alive.
We're flawed, right? And for some reason, we like to think that we can think of every single answer to everything when we most certainly can fucking not. I mean, for how many fucking years we were just fighting with sticks and stones.
Why aren't we Twitter's verified?
I mean,
Yeah,
That's the greatest fucking mystery of all.
It's ghosts, isn't it?
mysteries of all.
UFOs, ghosts. That is like top of my list.
Yeah.
Unsolved mysteries.
No, like I'm completely okay with people believing
not
in
believing
like
in
not
ghosts.
believing in it.
If
Right?
someone says
I
I believe in
don't- I
ghosts,
don't
I won't
force-
shred them apart.
I don't force it, but sometimes when people explain shit to me, I'm like, that's total bullshit.
No, like
It's
I can
very
tell,
hard to-
there are a lot of like these kinds of like mythical things where it's like that's kind of too. Dumb to
I
believe,
feel like what's really muddied the water is just how some people have obviously monetized this. You see like these ghosts, like reality TV
Hunters,
shows, and I'm just like, this is just
Most
sensationalized.
haunted investigators.
Yeah, I'm just
and
like,
stuff like
man,
that.
like,
Like,
how
as
are you
well,
supposed
like-
to take this seriously anymore? But like, I've heard genuinely like things that just can't be explained, and I've also experienced some of that myself. So like, it's kind of like I don't think that I would blame anyone for not believing in ghosts, believing in ghosts. I just feel like the entire perception around it has been warped because of how these things have been presented and the reality TV shows around it and the people you kind of see believing in these kinds of things, right? But I feel like
I absolutely don't blame people for like seeing those shows and being like, it's all bullshit. Like it's all a scam. It's
entertainment.
whatever.
It is.
It's entertainment. It's whatever. But like I personally believe in it because it's more fun and interesting. Just think that there might be something there. We just don't know it.
I mean, I don't know if I believe in UFOs. There's nothing to believe in. They are real. If you say aliens, then that's a leap of faith. You're starting to make that judgment.
guaranteed. We're recording this right now. There's going to be someone in the comment section that has a story that just can't
there
be
will
explained.
be. There always is. There always
yeah.
is. But then I also find that, I think that there's something in your life that makes you more likely to believe in them. Like there's something in your personality or emotional, something that happened in your life that tends to make you more likely to be receptive to that stuff.
Right.
I mean,
I don't know why I'm so fucking pessimistic and cynical.
You must be very fun at parties.
I'm 100% pure. No, this the thing is that like now that we talk about it, but I know when this comes up, I just don't say anything because I know that this is one of those topics. People who believe in it, they're so emotional about it and so invested.
Yeah, I'm really not for
People get really
that are
offended
like
when you're like, "How dare you?" And it's like, so I just stopped.
Well,
I never like if I meet someone who's like, "I had this ghost experience," I'm like, "Oh, great."
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like on the same level as like religion, right? Because
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
someone
true.
who believes in ghosts had a very personal experience, and obviously that meant a lot to them. And it's like, obviously, if they say their experience, it's kind of a bit of a dick move to be
'cause
like, actually,
I don't want to invalidate how anyone felt or experienced
exactly.
anything. But also on the other hand, you want to be logical about things, and you want to try and And
I think healthy skepticism is good, right? Like just I can't stand people
to parties and I'm like, you're wrong, your religion is shit, go home.
I can't on the contrary though, I can't stand people who are like explain everything as like supernatural or ghosts or whatever.
It's so annoying.
And I'm just like, no. Like I get some situations, but like you getting divorced with your wife was not because of a ghost. Like
I'm gonna use that one day.
It's like there's nothing supernatural about that.
Divorce.